My name is Raegan Hall and I teach English 1 at Airline High School in Bossier Parish. As an educator, I'm most passionate about transforming the way students experience literature. Through each story that we read, I hope students see themselves, develop empathy, and see that stories like Romeo and Juliet still connect and reflect the feelings, emotions, decisions, and choices that we make today. Students in this video are 9th graders and we're currently studying Romeo and Juliet. Prior to this lesson, we read Act 5. We will focus on the standard RL 9-10.3, analyzing how complex characters with conflicting motivations develop a theme or advance the plot. After reviewing data from our most recent proficiency exam, I noticed that many students struggled with questions that assess this standard. Using those results, I plan this lesson to help students deeply analyze characters while using strong evidence to back their reasoning. This is my pre-AP English 1 class with several gifted and talented students who bring strong insight into our discussions. Students are placed in heterogeneous groups to promote collaboration and peer learning. I use sentence stems and guided questioning to support all learners, and advanced learners are encouraged to make more thematic connections. This lesson directly supports our goal of strengthening student literary analysis and writing skills in preparation for the LEAP 2025 assessment. To keep students engaged and motivated, I use a ticket system that rewards students who participate actively and take academic risk during our discussions, essentially creating a learning environment where effort and risk-taking are rewarded. Okay, but before we get there, we're gonna do a would you rather interactive activity on conflicting motivations. So in Romeo and Juliet, a lot of people were being torn in 2 different ways. So today I'm gonna let you make some decisions that are similar to what they had to make in the play. So stand up. Remember, no matter what side of the room you go on, I may call on you. So be ready to defend your choice. Okay, so would you rather make your own risky plan to solve a problem or ask for help even if it means losing control of the situation? Okay, can I have somebody volunteer from this side first?
Personally, whenever I have a problem, I always fix it myself because when I ask for help, they always, I don't want other people to get involved, so I just do it myself.
I agree with Yanni. Usually when I have a situation or an issue, I like to be in control and I don't want to risk other people being in that to I don't want it to blow up in my face or other people's faces. I'd rather it just be me than it involve or impact other people.
Okay, so who is this situation describing? Who was put in a situation where they made their own plan and it was risky, but he didn't ask anybody for help? Romeo, but who else? The Friar Lawrence. Why did Friar Lawrence, what was his situation? What plan did he make? Or he made
the plan and runaway plan.
Yes. So he made a lot of plans. So he planned for them to get married. He planned for them to run away together, and he never asked for help. So that kind of made him lose control of the situation. So would you rather choose love even when you know it might end badly, or walk away to avoid getting hurt? Okay, this time I want to hear from some people that I haven't heard from yet. Okay, what do y'all think? Well, why do y'all choose love even though it might end badly? Go ahead.
Because anything might end badly. Did I go ahead?
No, go ahead.
Don't just run away every time you see something that you might fear. Just because something might happen, that does not mean that you should just live in fear. Because sometimes to experience the fear, love, and you do feel the hurt, but sometimes you will grow because of that. And don't just live in fear and not do stuff that you're oh, that's gonna hurt me. Well, what if I grow after that?
Okay, anybody? Oh, go ahead.
To retort to what Kaylin said, if you put your hand over something hot, it's going to burn. If you keep doing it, you're just burning yourself over and over and over again. So I feel like it takes one time to know. And if you just keep choosing love temporarily, you're never going to find your love permanently. And that's why knowing when to walk away is so important.
Okay, so who was faced with this decision? Romeo and Juliet. They knew it was wrong, but they chose to do it anyway. How do y'all think the story would have ended if they just would have walked away from each other?
It would have just ended.
It would have been no story really, right? Like their choice to take that risk helped advance the plot. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so learning objectives for today, because we're really honing in on how the character is helping develop plot, theme, all the things. So I need somebody to read. I need 3 people. So Karsten, Lizzie, and Yanni. Yay. Karsten, you can go first.
I can analyze how characters' conflicting motivations affect actions and relationships.
I can explain a character's choice affect the plot and reveal a theme.
Right, so like how I just had y'all choose, as much as I want to be able to tell the truth and protect myself, I might also want to protect a family member. So those kind of things, those are conflicting motivations. Everybody got that? So today we're really focusing on that portion of it. Okay, so everybody's going to get a paper. You're going to randomly pick a character. So y'all can't say that I gave y'all one thing or another. So I'm going to let y'all pick a random character. Whichever one. Who'd you get?
Friar Lawrence.
Friar Lawrence, okay. Well, no one got Romeo, but that's okay. Okay, so everybody's going to get a paper, this paper. You're going to put your group's name on there, and then your character's name is going to go on here as well. For this, it's not just one person is doing all the work. We have assigned roles. So for my groups with 4 people, whoever's the discussion leader will also be the presenter/recorder. And then the evidence collector is the person who goes in your book, finds the evidence to support what you're saying.
I'll do conflict and motivation analysis.
Who are we nominating as the leader? You.
It's okay. I will do conflict and motivation.
Impact on the plot. What major events happened because of that character? Connection to the theme. What message or theme is Shakespeare conveying to us through their actions? And then your 2 pieces of evidence. What's the big thing about evidence? What do you have to have when you have evidence? You have to have a lead-in. You have to have quotation marks. You have to have citations. Okay, citations for a play, act, scene, line number. Okay, my big thing is lead-ins. Don't just drop a quote and we can't tell where it's from. So who do y'all have? And y'all are trying to see the character development piece. Okay, so how was he in the beginning of the story?
I mean, he was kind of against the marriage. He ended up marrying.
I'd just say he was like kind of helpful.
He was kind of helpful. Okay, will we say he was a bigger character at first, or was he kind of like a minuscule character? Okay, but at the end, what kind of happened?
He was kind of like a bigger, like not bigger, but like
He was the one who came up with the plan for like Juliet to like fake her death and
Right.
letters to Romeo and stuff.
Right, so he had the plan. He was the person who got them married. He also told them about going to the tomb. I mean, he kind of orchestrated this whole thing. So he went from being a very small part to kind of being the reason this whole thing blew up. So what does that say about his character development? He's changed a lot. And what role did he play in it? Was it a small role or was it a big role?
He was trying to be helpful. It just he didn't really put like much thought into it. I want to say he was still trying to be helpful. He just didn't expect it to backfire the way it did.
Right. So whichever sentence stem y'all want to use, y'all need to make sure it's clear that he started off as this small, maybe not as helpful to this mastermind of sorts, that he's the reason that all of this happened. Okay.
Like the last part, he was just trying to be helpful. His plan just like wasn't really like a good plan.
You got it, but like that goes back to the shift in urgency, like that happened between the ball and their marriage. Like after that, the story really paced up because they really wanted to marry each other. So his like he also ramped up too. So he was just like, okay, I gotta get these 2 children married, you know. And does that make sense, everybody?
He doesn't just really thought about it. He just like rushed into it.
Yeah, like he was impulsive like the rest of them.
Mary rather than like, oh, it's gonna, well, it's just like a few years. Like, he's not responding anything.
Like after Temple dies, he's like, you're getting married.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah,
I don't know how to, he's more like forceful about it, mostly because he was like, get married or I don't care whether you die, you can live on the streets.
Yeah, I feel like that's not really, like he cares, but it's not seeming, like he doesn't care about Juliet anymore.
But I don't think we should write down fear because that was her big thing for like her indecision, but it wasn't the thing that drove her to make that indecision. Like it is, she was scared that Juliet would get hurt, but like the whole reason we're here in the first place is her love and loyalty to Juliet, and her love for Juliet and her loyalty to the Capulets.
Okay, so you can do those. Y'all can do those too for the conflicting motivations. I love that. So her love for Juliet and her loyalty to the Capulet family. Okay, so this is our first group that's presenting. So while they're presenting, I need your voices to be off so we can hear them. And make sure you tell us who your character is and then just kind of run through them.
Okay, so our character's the nurse, and okay, so after the beginning, the nurse is like, she valued her happiness over her safety at first, but then like towards the end, she's like, she put her safety over her happiness because her parents threatened to like disown her and all that.
The character we got was Friar Lawrence, and at the beginning, Friar Lawrence isn't a very like notable or like main character, but over time, I guess like a shift happens. Like when the urgency of the story changes, so does Friar Lawrence's character, because he starts wanting to help them and stuff. Now, his conflicting motivations are his like desire to help like through his job and help Romeo and Juliet.
Good job. Okay, what's something that we can just learn from this in general about characters and how they act, and even about ourselves? What's something that we can take away and learn, Yanni?
That sometimes something that seems like innocent, which is just love in general, it can spiral out of control to the point where you're about to do something extremely like detrimental to the people around you, the people not around you, and yourself. And also sometimes, like I remember the scene where Romeo was trying to like make up that plan for Juliet to get married, and she actually thought twice but went with it anyway. Sometimes it's better to really sit down and think about it instead of just sitting on a balcony for like 2 minutes and then going ahead and getting married.
Okay, raise your hand if sometimes you need to think about something more than once before you do it. Raise your hand. Okay, put your hands down. Raise your hand if you've done something before and you're like, maybe I should have thought twice about doing that. Yeah, okay, so the whole point of us reading literature in general, because sometimes we're like, I don't care about Romeo and Juliet, it doesn't matter. It does, it connects to us. Sometimes reading teaches us lessons so we don't have to learn them on our own. Everybody got that? Okay, so turn your papers into the turn-in bin. I need those charts back. Plus Karsten. Karsten wasn't here yesterday, so I'll let Karsten be the Mystery Viking. You did a great job today. Good job. Come get a piece of candy, Mystery Viking. I could see students meeting our goal through their discussions and their character analysis charts. They were able to explain how each decision contributed to the tragic ending of the play. Each group analyzed a different character, and this required students to think deeply and more critically about characters and motivations they may have overlooked initially. After sharing their findings, students were able to make connections between characters and how they all contributed to the larger themes of the play. If I were to adjust anything, I would pre-select textual evidence like the Part B questions on the LEAP exam so students can feel more prepared for the upcoming test in December. Students will build on this activity by writing a brief Jane Schaefer paragraph, transferring their newfound understanding to a short, focused, and structured writing. Overall, this lesson helped deepen student understanding while promoting collaboration and engagement. More than anything, it reminded students that literature is more than just words on a page. It's something that's meant to be questioned, connected to, and learned from. My name is Raegan Hall, and I appreciate you all for considering me for New Teacher of the Year, and I hope you enjoyed today's lesson.